Hello and welcome to this week's market prep. Now in today's YouTube video I'm going to take a look at the news which is going to affect the Indian market. After this I'm going to take a look at Paytm and Geo Financial Services. I'm taking a look at both stocks in terms of an equity investor and trader. Both don't have an F&O version, so I'm purely looking at it, what price action shows in both stocks, what are the key price points you should watch, and how I will be trading both stocks in the coming trading sessions, weeks and months. Then after that we're going to take a look at the Nifty Midcap. This is as it has its expiry tomorrow, and I'm going to share my trading blueprint for what I'm going to do on the option buying side and then what I'm going to do on the option selling side. So now before we go into all of that, let's take a look at the news. Now on the news front, this week is going to be a big week, and I believe option buyers will have a very good time this week. This is as we should get good moves across the indexes, and due to all the budget volatility and hopes and everything, and that will help option buyers make money if they know what they're doing. Now there's a lot being said about the budget. Nobody really knows what's going to happen, but basically I just expect them to outline the 5-year vision of the government and a roadmap to achieve it. I expect a similar stance as last time. That there'll be a lot of emphasis on infrastructure and job creation. And I believe when I look at the sectors, how they've been doing, all eyes will be on allocation for defense, road, railways and ports. This is the recent sectoral moves indicate that there's a lot of expectations that have been built up for these sectors. So it's going to play out one in two ways according to me. Number one, if the sectors get what they believe they're going to be getting, then it will lead to 1 to 2 days of up move, and then profit booking will come in. This is as already I believe the news has been discounted. There will be leakages in the budget. A lot of people will already know what's going to be coming to big boys, so there will be profit booking. And I believe this time this is not a moment in which you should add those stocks for medium term holding or long term holding, as you'll be buying it at a way higher price than what you'll be able to buy it in a few weeks down the road. So but by chance if those sectors do not get their due what they believe, then there will be a very bad fall in them. So it's both ways. I expect in the coming weeks those sectors to have some profit booking, but it will depend now whether they get their due or not to determine the pace and everything else. On the market front, I believe everyone is only hoping for two things: that the government doesn't tinker with capital gains and STT. This is, if they do tinker with these two taxes, then it will be a bombshell for the market. Now, apart from the budget this week, the other major news is the HSBC manufacturing PMI flash numbers are being released on July 24th, and forex reserves and bank loan and deposit growth are being released on July 26th. So that is it on the local front for the news. On the international front, only one major news. On Wednesday, July 24th, US private sector PMI numbers will be released, and these services PMI do influence the US dollar a lot, plus do have a huge impact on what the Fed is going to do in the coming thing. But I believe now it is a done deal. September we will be having a rate cut, and even if these numbers are not fully in line, it will really not affect them. Yes, there will be a bit of rumor mongering, but it will not do much in terms of the decision is already sort of out there that September a rate cut will be there. Now let's take a look at the stocks, after which we'll take a look at the Nifty Midcap. Now I'll be starting with Paytm. Now Paytm has been trading in this box range from a long time. When we look at it, it's been trading from basically beginning of this year. It's just been in the same range, and it's been hovering about and everything. Now last week Paytm has managed to give a good performance, and I would say now number one, the box range had started due to this candle, and this good performance has been due to this candle. Why? This is a big high. The ones who have been watching my pre-market videos from a while know that this is a high volume bearish bar, and have seen in the past videos the amount of the effect it tends to have on stocks or indexes. So now for Paytm, I believe as long as we hold above 400 rupees, all is going to be okay. We might form a range here due to the budget and everything, but people should only consider going long in it if we break the resistance at 490. If we break the resistance at 490, then we'll be able to rise to 530 to 545, which is a very major resistance zone due to this candle as I had highlighted here. And if we break that, then 590. I'm not given a view above that yet. I will cover it as it goes along, because I presently hold Paytm already. I hold Paytm as I had bought it at roughly this point. So I'm holding in with a profit stop, and I've kept a profit stop of basically 400 rupees, what I've highlighted. So now the important supports in Paytm is 400 and 360. If we break 400 and 360 is the next target. On the upside, we break 490, then 530 to 545 is a very strong resistance. We break that, then 590. There's a bigger potential to go to the upside for Paytm due to what the trend catcher is showing. However, it has to clear this zone, as until it breaks this zone for 490, it's not going to go anywhere. Now coming to Geo Financial Services. Geo Financial Services has also been trading in a box trend for quite some time. However, here the picture is a bit different. This has too much resistance. If we look at the simple, forget about what the complicated the levels and everything are doing, we simply look at the color. This box trend is literally full of primarily bearish candles. There's hardly any white, it's mainly black. And due to that, many resistance zones have come up. So Geo Financial Services, for it to rise, it will have to do a lot of work. If it breaks 346, there's a strong at 352. If it breaks that, 360. If it breaks that, 370, which is a very major resistance. Only if it breaks 370, it gets a clear move until the top of the box range to 400. So as of now, unless Geo Financial Services is able to come back above 352, I will not consider a short-term long in it even. If it comes back above 352, then you can consider a short-term long until 370 and a break of that to 400. However, if I'm holding it, since I cannot short Geo Financial Services, if I'm holding it, if it breaks 326, I will exit. This is most likely we will reach 310 and 290. So a quick summary again: Geo Financial Services mostly bearish in the box range. Due to that, there's a lot of resistance which it has to fight with before it can manage to go up. So how I'm going to trade it, I will only bite either it falls to the support at 310 and there it forms a base, or it breaks the resistance at 352. Otherwise, I'm not interested in this. I think there's better stocks in which you can put your money and not have a headache of going through this box range, seeing one day up, one day down. That's it basically. Four steps ahead and 6 steps behind. So you're not really making any money, you're just losing money and losing an opportunity cost too. Now coming to the Nifty Midcap expiry. Now a lot of these levels I have not had to update them on the upside. This is the people who watched my video of last week on the Nifty Midcap expiry. Let's go to a shorter time frame since we're looking at it on a weekly, on an expiry basis. Now, in fact, we drop to the 1 hour. Now, the people who have watched my previous videos know that the resistance at 12,520 and 12,560 and 12,650 are the same. These resistance levels have been maintained the past 2 weeks pre-market video, so not 1 week, as they managed to stop the index here, they managed to stop the index again here. So these have proven the mantle that they are very strong resistance levels. Anyone wanting to verify that can go back to the Nifty Midcap expiry videos of the past 2 to 3 weeks. I believe the same resistance levels have been 2 weeks minimum, 3 weeks most likely, have been kept. So now, how do I expect Midcap Nifty to perform? Now, Midcap Nifty is going to be dependent on one thing very badly, is the news cycle. Which, whether you're trading the Nifty, whether you're trading the Bank Nifty, anything you're trading this week will be dependent on that until July 24th end. Why I say July 24th end? Budget will affect us on July 23rd, and then July 24th will be affected by the PMI numbers. So until then, it's going to be a lot of news-driven market rather than data-driven or technical analysis-driven. So, according to me, still the levels will do their job. As everyone can see, even in the election period, the levels did their job. So if they could do it then this is nothing. So now, as an option buyer, if we hold basically 12,100 or 12,180, then I will be looking for along this point, provided we hold this range. And how will I be looking? I will want basically on the 15-minute time frame minimum that this trend catcher indicator starts turning up. So if the trend catcher indicator starts forming a base here and the black line starts coming back above the red at 12,100, then is only when I'll consider a long towards 12,340 and 12,450. On the other hand, by chance we break 12,100 and I see this volume buildup is as bearish as it is now, and there is no rectifying in this trend, then next target is 11,960 and then 11,840 and 11,750. However, due to the budget and positivity, high likelihood that any down move will get stopped at 11,960 and this will form like a bottom. So as option buy again, if you break 12,100, then I'll short to 11,960 and book most of my profits there, as low likelihood of us going to 11,840. On the other hand, if we hold 12,100 or we hold 11,960 and I see a change in the trend catcher indicator and the volume buildup improves, then I'll be looking for long to 12,340 and 12,450 initially, and then this target of 12,510 to 12,560, which is very strong and it has proven itself beyond doubt in the past weeks. So that is my trading plan for as an option buyer. Now, as an option seller, I most likely will not touch this index tomorrow unless I see us holding this support. I say this as if we manage to hold the 12,100 support, that is only when I will decide to sell options below 12,000. I won't even go to 12,100. I'll go options below 12k. Put sells below 12k, not call sells. Put sells below 12k for it to go up. So, as an option seller, I'll wait for latter part of the day, more, or if not until the latter part of the day, till let's say around 10, 11, let the initial noise get out. Then, if you're holding this support, then I'll sell puts below 12,100. If you're holding this support, then puts below 11,900. And as it rises, I'll sell more and more puts. Calls I will only sell if we rise and then I see weakness. If we rise, then I'll most likely also sell calls, but towards the end of the day. This is as towards the end of the day, if we have risen to 12,340 or 12,450, then I'll try to sell calls of 12,500 and above. So that's my view for the Nifty Midcap and Paytm and Geo Financial Services. If you liked it, then hit the subscribe button and the like button too. Thank you.